Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue to build decks led by the legendary creatures from Secrets of Strixhaven. Now, last week we had a series of $50 budget decks. Since I got that out of my system, these decks will not be budget builds. They will be bracket 3. Leading today's deck is Troyan, Gutsy Explorer. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Troyan Gutsy Explorer is a 3-mana 1/3 legendary Vidalcan Scout. We may tap him to add a green and a blue mana to our mana pool, but we may only spend this to cast spells with mana value 5 or greater, or spells with X in their mana costs. Additionally, we may pay a blue and tap Troyan. If we do, we draw a card and then discard a card. Now, I realize that Troyan is a reprint from Wilds of Eldraine, but there are only 4 more new legends from this set, counting the ones from the Commander decks. So please forgive the inclusion. But I did try to include a lot of cards from Secrets of Strixhaven. Going back to our Commander, there are 2 things that every Commander deck wants to do: ramp and draw cards. When you have a Commander that does both, you're in a good spot. Troyan wants us to cast big spells, which is what we're going to do. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, BCW. BCW has been making high-quality, cost-effective products for both collectors and retailers for over 40 years. If you want to store, display, or sort your cards, check them out. I've been using their inner sleeves for years now and never had an issue. Be sure to click the link down below and use code DANON10 for a 10% discount on your order. In order to build a functional Commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. The plan is that I'll be streaming here in the next couple of weeks. My schedule lately has been hectic, so I haven't had the time. Now, we're going to change how we do things. If I'm streaming Final Fantasy XIV or some other video game, it will be dual cast on Twitch and Musings by Danon, my anime and manga channel. If I'm building Commander decks or something Magic related, I'll be streaming over here as well as Twitch. I've roughed out a schedule, but I need to confirm a few things with Cute Stuff, so keep an eye out for now. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Misty Rainforest, Windswept Heath, Polluted Delta, Wooded Foothills, Flooded Strand, Breeding Pool, Rejuvenating Springs, Dreamroot Cascade, Hinterland Harbor, Hedge Maze, Turbulent Wilderness, Rimewood Falls, Tangled Islet, Sodden Verdure, Rain-Slicked Copse, Willow Rush Verge, Overflowing Basin, Flooded Grove, Yavimaya Coast, Bark Channel Pathway, Vine Glimmer Snarl, Simic Growth Chamber, Scavenger Grounds, 9 forests, and 5 islands. A good mix of fetches, fetchable lands, good dual-colored lands, and basics. For mana ramp, we've got Wild Growth, Utopia Sprawl, Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Fyndhorn Elves, Birds of Paradise, Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Nature's Lore, Farseek, Skyshroud Claim, Seedborn Muse, and Nyxbloom Ancient. Heavy, I know, but we're trying to cast mostly high mana value spells, so we want some extra mana. Our card advantage package consists of Embrace the Paradox, Mind into Matter, Up the Beanstalk, Thrix the Sudden Storm, Emoti Celebrate a Bounty, Thunderous Snapper, Bonnie Paul Clearcutter, Garrick's Uprising, Urban Evolution, Tachiova Benthic Druid, Hydroid Krasis, Pull from Tomorrow, Consecrated Sphinx, Prime Speaker Zagana, Muldrifter, The Goose Mother, Eternal Witness, Stroke of Genius, Mathemagics, and Genesis Hydra. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. Wait a minute, Danon, we're a bracket 3 deck. Where's the Rhystic Study? It's not a 5-mana spell, dear viewer. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Beast Within, Counterspell, Naturalize, Negate, Return to Nature, Hullbreaker Horror, Terrastodon, Acidic Slime, Mystic Confluence, Repulsive Mutation, and Steelbane Hydra. A bit of counter magic, which should be expected in our color identity, as well as some spot removal. Our board wipes consist of Cyclonic Rift, Apex Altasar, and Flood of Tears. Not too shabby. The core of our deck consists of Koma World Eater, Koma Cosmos Serpent, Mercfiend Liege, Apex Devastator, Galta Primal Hunger, Sirac Goreclaw, Hydra Broodmaster, Neverwinter Hydra, and Primordial Hydra. Supporting our plan, we've also got Archetype of Imagination and Swiftfoot Boots. Gotta protect our commander, after all. And what could be scarier than a bunch of big smashy creatures? How about giving them flying? Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 55 mana sources split between 39 lands, 15 pieces of ramp, and our commander. A bit high to be sure, but so's our curve, so it's to be expected. 20 pieces of card advantage, a good chunk of which is also big creatures that we can use to beat our opponents down. 11 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 1 piece of Graveyard Hate in Scavenger Grounds, 1 Sudden I Win card in Cyclonic Rift. Archetype of Imagination is great in this deck, because having a bunch of huge flying creatures is an awesome way to win the game. Just ask Cute Stuff with all of her dragon decks. But a well-timed Cyclonic Rift can send our opponents back to the Stone Age, on top of cleaning the path for our attackers. We've got enough counterspells to prevent our opponents from comboing off, and even though our card advantage package is massive, a good chunk of those spells are just big creatures that draw us cards. Hooray for double dipping. Do you have a Troyan Gutsy Explorer deck? What's your secret deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Robert, Pi, Kazaris, Patrick, Boomy, Oscar, Justin, Golden Walker, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel, Zombie, Luke, Brian, Richard, Jeff, and Enenra. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.